Hello and welcome to Taser's First Look, the game series where we take a closer look at games in development. This week's game is Shark Attack Deathmatch 2, otherwise known as Call of Duty Under the Sea. Okay, so that bit's not true, but it's definitely catchy. The game centres around being a diver and killing lots of sharks, at the same time as working with or against players in a PvP style match. And I have to say that I really liked the concept and the overall execution of the game. The maps themselves are incredibly immersive and a little creepy, and the sharks don't ever fail to get your heart racing, especially when one of the big ones emerges from the gloom. It's not all PvP matches though, there is a survival and survival co-op mode that reminded me a little of Killing Floor, except without the really obvious wave system. Although I actually think that the wave system would work better, as players would be less likely to just be working towards their own scores and more likely to be working as part of a team to get to the next wave. Of course, this is dependent on there actually being other players for you to play with, and right now the game is pretty empty. Although I have seen in the past with games such as the Four Kings Casino and Slots that while they may be quiet in the early access phase, things can pick up quite a bit after the official release, and I have every confidence that Shark Attack Deathmatch 2 will perk up a bit as time goes by. Although I did have quite a serious issue with this game though when I first installed it, and that was that in full screen mode it caused my computer to blue screen twice. Whether this is something to do with the game or my graphics card, I'm not sure, but it's something I wanted you guys to be aware of in case you're thinking of purchasing the game. But once I had the game running in windowed mode, I had no issues and I really enjoyed the game. Especially when I can't think of many other things that make you feel more of a badass than going head to head with a great white shark, and coming out on top. I do have a few suggestions for the developers though. I'd like to see some more varied weapons and much better grenades. Currently there are two main weapons, a basic harpoon gun and an automatic minigun style harpoon gun too. And both of them, to be fair, feel pretty useless. And the grenades actually are completely useless. I think it would be nice to see a wider range of weaponry to give you more options to maim and murder more sharks, or at least have a fighting chance. And my last suggestion would be a megalodon or some sort of prehistoric sharks as an optional extra. That would be amazing. So here are my final scores for Shark Attack Deathmatch 2. Gameplay 8 out of 10, graphics 7 out of 10, concept 9 out of 10. Value for money 7 out of 10, giving the game a total score of 31 out of 40, which is a very good score, even though I have to admit at the moment the game is a little limited, but what it does have it does well, and for the price of £5.59 it has a very reasonable price tag. The biggest issue with this game is still the lack of other players, but I really hope that in time that picks up as the game gains more of a following. But for this week, that's all I have time for. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you again next week for another game review. See ya! This video was brought to you by MPG Servers. High quality server hosting at affordable prices. Use the code TASER to pay only $6 per gig of RAM for your very own server.